Hello, everyone. LJ Young back again for another edition of Dating My Daddy. How are you guys this evening? For those of you that do not know me, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see. By helping them financially see. If you've been in debt all your life, you live in what is called the debt matrix. That's where everybody that believes in credit and debt, they need it and they can't survive without it. They'll die without it. They can't buy anything without it, so on and so forth. That's where everybody lives. And I promise you, if you've been in debt, money is spoken in two languages. And if you've been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. I promise you. You have no idea the language of debt-free even exists. All right. So today's video is about the PG&E filing bankruptcy due to maybe being liable for those fires that happened in California, right? And so I wanted to intertwine that in because I want you to see this through debt-free eyes so you can see what's going on here because I don't think people really see what's happening, okay? So PG&E is a business, all right? It's an entity. It doesn't have feelings. It's a business, right? And now everybody's upset and mad and everything, right? But they understand it's a business. It's nothing personal. They didn't really set this on purpose on fire to kill the people in the houses. They didn't do that on purpose. They understand that's a business, right? So what PG&E has done is they calculated, they say, okay, between all the penalties, if we get all the penalties and lawsuits, they will never be able to repay it, ever, or too long of a period of time, or whatever, however it's calculated. But they have calculated up that they will never be able to pay that debt due to if they're found liable, right? So they understand this, so they say, we're not going to do it monetarily, so let's file bankruptcy. That's what I'm not sure if they did it now, but I'm just saying this is how it happens if they do. They say we'll never be able to repay that back. Bankruptcy done. It's done, and then they get to start over with a clean slate. Now people will be upset about that. Oh my God, they should. Oh, but those are feelings. Nothing to do with the business entity itself. Those are feelings. I know people get upset because it's very personal. I get it. I get it. All I'm saying is this. That's why they do it. It's nothing personal. So they file bankruptcy and they get to start all over. That's how they do it. It's business. And then they'll just start up again and then I'm sure they will learn from the mistake that cost them, and that will never happen again in their restructured business or however that works, okay? And when people look at this, they always look at bankruptcy as a bad thing, like they're they didn't manage their money well, or they're no good at what they do or something. People just have this bad image, but totally forgetting that bankruptcy is a tool and it has been placed there for a reason. There's a reason why it's there. How you use it is up to you. Okay? So now let's intertwine it with personal finances. Your money, treat your personal finances like a business. Do not add your feelings in your money. You will lose every time you do that. And I always have to give this example so people will understand, so it'll make sense. Like, for example, if Christmas comes and you feel bad you didn't save money for your child's Christmas presents, and then you decide to go and charge them, it doesn't change the fact that you didn't have any money for Christmas. It still doesn't change the fact. Decide you went into debt, that's a feeling because you felt bad about that. You kind of get it? Like especially like somebody's birthday comes up and all of a sudden you feel pressured to get a present, even though you don't have any money, so you go ahead and charge it so you don't feel bad or they feel bad to you. It still doesn't change the fact that you didn't have the money to buy that person a gift. When you're debt free, you just say, no. Why not? I have no money. That's exactly how you say it, just like that. And you have no problem saying it. You know why? Because I understand. All you got to do is look at the numbers. The numbers will tell you everything. Trillions in car loan debt, credit card debt, trillions, student loan debt, trillions, mortgage debt, trillions. What's that tell you? A lot of people are in debt and they're faking it, okay? So I'm going to show you in a way that's perfectly legal, but how to protect yourself as a business. So say like you have a home, okay? And you have $100,000 in student loan debt. Okay, you have $100,000 and you have a home with some equity. Say like you have a home with just about that much equity in there, okay, in the house. Now you remember 2008 where the economy just took a crash and everybody lost their jobs and homes and all this other stuff. Remember that? What is the only thing that survived all that mess? Student loans. They're the cockroaches of the economy. They always survive. But they only survive if you don't treat your personal finances like a business. So if you have a house with $100,000 equity, refinance the house, pay off the student loan. Okay? Bankruptcy is there for a reason. It's not for losers. Don't fall for that. Only people in the debt matrix think that bankruptcy is not for losers. It's a tool, but only if used right. So if 2008 happens again, now these are circumstances that are not amongst yourself. The economy crashes and you lose your job, you break a leg, divorce, whatever. Something that caused your life to drastically change to where you couldn't pay for nothing. That's why I always use 2008, because I was part of that nonsense. And I had to make sure that didn't happen again on my own, do my own part. So if you do that and you happen to lose everything, right? You lose your job, you file bankruptcy and it's gone. Everything's gone, including the student loan. It's gone. Why? Because you treated your personal finances like a business. But you have to understand that. Now, when I talk to you like this, I understand people in debt, people in the debt matrix. I kid you not. Some of you that can hear me, I guarantee if you tell this story to anybody else in the debt matrix, they will think you're crazy. They would like, there's no way I'm doing that. Give all that money to the student loan place and take the money out of the equity of my house. They will think you're crazy. Why? Because they're trapped in the debt matrix. They don't understand that it's not their house and it's already not their money. It doesn't exist. They just believe it exists. If you're in debt, if you have $100,000 in the bank and you have $100,000 in student loan, your net worth is zero right now. Zero. Get it? Because it cancels you. If you took all that money and paid it off, now you're at zero. Now that's where you start to be in the black. If you don't, you live in the red. And if you live in the red, you literally have no money. None. Why? Because math says so. Math says so. That's it. Just math. You see how you could protect yourself from stuff like that? Treat your personal finances like a business by removing your feelings. Everything I just told you, perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. There's nothing wrong with it. But nobody hears it. But then again, when you manage your money well, you don't let student loans sit around for years. That just doesn't happen. I couldn't even live with myself. I couldn't even live with myself. It's crazy. So with that PG&E, understand why they're doing it, if they do it. At this point, I think it's premature me saying that, but if they file bankruptcy, it's because they came to the logical conclusion that they will never be able to pay off that debt that will follow that, right? It's just a business decision. Okay, cool, bankruptcy, and you start all over. But they're going to learn from what they did. Like I said earlier, I guarantee you they won't let something like that happen again. They won't. All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got a full understanding of the debt-free living and debt-free life and debt-free. Don't forget to subscribe.